So in today's video, I want to talk about what exactly are organic search results and what is SEO, or search engine optimization. Now, if you conduct a search query, then the results that will come up naturally or organically are organic search results. Now, if you're conducting a query that's of non-commercial nature, such as looking for your nearest library, then the first results that you should expect to see will be organic search results. If, however, your query is of a commercial nature and you're on the Google Search Network, then you can expect the Google ads to appear first, with the organic results following along underneath. So what is SEO, or search engine optimization? Well, that's about the optimization of where you appear in those organic results. So what exactly can we do to help influence or optimize where you appear in organic search results? So for this discussion, we're going to talk about the Google Search Network. However, most of what we talk about will also be relevant to other search networks. But because Google commands about 90% of the market, we'll focus on Google. So it all really centers around your website. So the first thing is making sure that your website is content rich with what you want to promote. So in other words, if you are a service, then you want to talk regularly about the particular service or services that you provide. And equally, if you sell particular products, you want to regularly talk on the website about those products. So those specific things you want to promote, we often refer to as keywords. So you want to make sure that your website is content rich and features your keywords often, so that Google gets the idea that these are particular things that are important to you and that you want to promote. Now, another thing you can do is ensure that your website has meta tags installed on it. Now, this is something that typically would be done by your web developer. Now, meta tags are a little bit of code that appears on each page telling Google what exactly that page is about. And that's going to help you rank better on the Google Search Network. Now, another thing you can do is make sure that you've got on your website a link to Google Maps showing exactly where you're based. Again, Google likes that, and that will help increase where you appear on certain organic search results. Now, another really good thing to do is make sure that you're regularly updating your website. If your website is static, then that's not really going to impress Google. Whereas if you're regularly updating it, then the Google bots are regularly picking up new information. And because your website's actively changing, they kind of think that, well, you know, there must be some good things happening here. So it's going to help enhance where you appear in the organic searches. Now, another thing you can do is start a blog. And have that blog linked to your website, or it could in fact be on your website. But either way, have a regular blog and ideally have lots of interaction with that blog. Because the more times Google can see activity happening relating to your website and what you're doing online, the more likely you are to appear at a higher rank on the organic searches. Now, another thing you can do, which is really for the same basis, is by having social media posts and having your social media linked to your website. Again, if Google sees that you're very active on social media and it's all linked back to the website, so Google knows that it relates to your specific website, that too is going to help influence where you appear on the organic search results. Now, another thing you can do is get yourself listed on a variety of other directory listings. Again, the more Google can find you online, the more it's going to be impressed and more likely it is to show you at a higher rank on the Google Search Network. So that includes listings on things might be like the Yellow Pages, Yelp, and all other types of listing directories. So the more times that you are found in a variety of different ways, the better it's likely to be for you when it comes to where you appear in organic search results. Now, another thing that's really good for helping where you appear is having backlinks. So in other words, having lots of other websites that have links back to your website. So the more times that you can be found, the more times people are referring back to your website, the better it is in Google's eyes. And that, again, is going to help enhance where you appear in the organic search results. And then another thing you can do is have a Google My Business page. Again, because it's a Google product, and you're providing information to Google about you and your business, that also can help where you appear in organic search results. Now, ultimately, where you appear in organic search results is determined by Google's algorithm. Now, Google makes almost all of its money from Google Ads, so they don't exactly want you to figure out how their algorithm works. Now, even though we may never be able to work out exactly how it works, what we do know though is that the more active that you are online and the more that it's linked back to your website, the better the chances are for you to appear favourably in organic search results. Now, whether you need to engage an SEO expert to help you or not will largely depend on how competitive your environment is. If you're in a low competition situation, then potentially you could appear quite favourably in organic search results just by following the tips in this video. But if you do need to engage an SEO person to help you, then just be sure to understand how much work's involved so that you ensure that you are charged fairly for that work. Now remember that SEO takes time. In a low competition environment, you may be able to get some good results relatively quickly, but certainly in a competitive situation, you could easily be looking at 3 to 6 months before you start to get good results. And even then, it's not a static thing. It requires your SEO person to be constantly working on it to try and maintain your position. Because after all, Google doesn't want you to know exactly how it works, so they're constantly changing things. So in order to keep in a good position, you're going to constantly need to be working on your SEO. So I hope this video helps to demystify what exactly is organic results and what is the art of SEO or search engine optimization.